Hello everybody, my name is Ronald. Welcome to this Christmas special of Dungeon Universalis, a tiny skirmish event of slaying a dragon, or in my case, being slain by a dragon. My poor party has found a random bone dragon in the wilds and is now going to die in these wild lands. And let's see if I can do anything against this. I've played several cases in my head. What could be my strategy in this, and I hope. At first, welcome to everyone, and I hope everything's working well. I can't check this at the moment. I see there's someone in the chat already. I say give you a hi. And yeah, let's see where this is going. We have a great bone dragon, not painted yet, a visitor from Castle Ravenloft. The decision to fight against the bone dragon was that came to my mind, to fight against a dragon, and then I looked into the bestiary of Dungeon Universalis against what dragon I could have a chance. Then there was a dragon cup, and I show you these one moment. I give you a view of this. Where's my browser? Oh, fine, nothing is working now. One moment, please. There we are. So, we have several dragons in Dungeon Universalis in the bestiary 1, and we have a dragon cup. This was too easy. I thought this value points of 4. No, that's not an enemy. Then there was a minor dragon, but okay, this is a minor dragon. Who wants to fight against a minor dragon? And then I thought, oh, I could fight against maybe a fire dragon. Oh, he's invulnerable, and has a lot of skills. And yeah, let's see, a legendary. Oh, it's not getting better. And then I thought, oh, a bone dragon. A bone dragon just has no magical resistance or something. Just a lot of skills, but no invulnerable or whatever, and resistance. And so I thought, yes, this could be. I can do this. No, of course I cannot. I really think my party is going to die in this, and thanks God, this is not a quest within my campaign. And so, oops, I'm sorry. And so it's not a problem if they are going to die. So I will reset everything, and that's it. So this is kind of demonstration. This is what I wanted to make, to just try it out if my party could stand against a dragon at the current state. And so I don't want to teach you anything. I'm not sure if I'm doing everything right. The past has shown to me that I won't do everything right in this. I will do mistakes. I have a lot of respect for the AI handling of the rules, and because the dragon is it's a huge creature with a lot of skills, with a lot of different attacks, with a lot of everything. And let's see if I can make this. But before we do this, let's check together what are these skills I have to deal with. So the creature and the miniature itself is really large or huge, and so the guy itself is. So let's see. Back to the bestiary. Let's see. We have a bone dragon. The weapons are claws and fangs, and so nothing special here. Claws and fangs as usual. We have a huge it's a huge creature that gets a -2 to perception. Smaller size enemies hit by this creature always get a -1 to armor. This is bad for my guys. They will always break shields, but that's no problem because I don't have any shield. They ignore difficult terrain, pits, and deep cracks. Difficult terrain is important to know because we have this on the map is, let's see, we have difficult terrain around here, so the heroes have to deal with it, but not him. And back to him, back to the bestiary. So we have he's huge, he's fearsome, and fearsome is one of the most complicated rules I have I found in Dungeon Universalis. I hope I have understood them. Even I've read the FHQ for this. Let's see, maybe I have the luck to not come in its melee range, and so I don't have to deal anything with this. But we will see. Okay, the guy is flying, so he can easily fly over everything, and so he has a ground movement of 6, but when he's flying, he can fly 10 squares. He has a breath of fire, so I have to check, and I have to see my guys are not standing in a row. Let's see if this can work. I don't think so, but we will see. And when they got hit by the breath, they have to do an agility test to avoid this and jump to the next square. Let's see if this will work. Okay, they will suffer 6 damage dice against natural armor if they get burned. Oh boy. Oh, there's a phone call. I have to leave. I'm sorry. Bye. Thanks for watching. Okay. Tail swipe. He can swipe his tail, and this is an attack. This is definitely an attack, and at least one person knows why I'm pronouncing this. So this is not this is a melee attack, but also we have to check if the attacker and the if the attacker when he wins an opposed agility roll, the enemy is getting knocked down. The target sweep is kind of similar. It's also knocked down and pushed 1 square backwards, and both of them couldn't. I made a cheat sheet. Both of them couldn't require that the dragon hasn't moved in this case to use this. Let's see. This could be an advantage for my heroes. So he can't use this, but okay, we will deal with it. We have to deal with it. He's an onslaught creature with an onslaught skill, so he can run against in a line to a hero or to a character and slay him and so he's getting knocked down. And it's pretty the same like the tail swipe, I guess. We will see when we are starting. Grab and eat. This is one of my most favorite skills. This is just, oh, there's a guy standing right before me, in front of me. I take him, I eat him. So just by losing, and if the attacker wins the agility roll, then he just eats the enemy. And he's instantly knocked out. Thanks God I've got some fortune points with me, but not my pets and mercenaries. But who needs pets and mercenaries? I can hire new ones in the next town if I am able to get there. Okay, it's an undead creature, so it ignores all the conditions like poison, disease, wound, and stunned. Oh, great. Great that I have a spell that can stun or knock down. No, okay. Let's see. And ignores total darkness. Okay, no, we have no darkness here. Trampling. It's also an attack. And here the target also must pass an agility test. If they fail, they are stunned and take a number of damage dice, like the strength of the dragon. And this is 8. 8 damage dice. Even with a normal attack with his claws and fangs, they make 8 damage dice. Great. Shriek from the underworld. When nothing helps, then this helps. So we have enemies in a range of 6 squares, even without line of sight, and they got stunned and a damage die against the courage. If they fail, they will lose a vitality point. Okay, and we could upgrade this guy to have a double attack, but I think we won't do this. I'm pretty now. I think we have now we have lost the die roll for this. No, we won't have. Oh my god. So let's see. Yeah, this is going to hurt. Okay, where we're going? Where was I? Where I wanted to leave. Um. Yeah. Okay, let's switch back to the field. Let's see. Let's have a look at the party. The party for the party here. Blood Feast. Okay, we have Mighty Cryxx, my Sorceress. Elemental. She's a lot of elemental spells, like Crushing Wave we can use, like an Ice Wall. I think this has no effect against the dragon because he can just fly over it. Knockdown we have seen is just useless because he has a resistance against stunning and knocking down or whatever. We have a water elemental, and this is my only hope in this case that we can do something with this water elemental. We have a lightning bolt, we have ice arrows, we have water of life to heal the hero. I'm not sure if this will help. And we have treacherous waters, where the target is also getting stunned. Yeah, cool. Thanks for nothing. And immobilize is we could. It's a control, and huge creatures ignore control spells. Thank you. For nothing. Okay, Mighty Sorceress. Except that she is... Oh, I will switch to the cam so we can have a look. Let's see, where's my camcorder? We are here. There's my cheat sheet. So, the heroes. This is Cryxx with her stuff and with no armor and with some mana potion and components for magic. What a spellcaster has in his pockets. Above there we have the poor little goblin Larnak. He's equipped with even with a at least with what is it? A swift short bow, an upgraded magic item that will have may let him attack it twice with a penalty. Better than nothing. He has a lot of stuff here: dexterity potion, heroic potion. He has a leather armor, and he can switch to a scimitar. And at the top we have the mighty Kroxor, my reptilian. Where is he? My reptilian warrior with a halberd. And this would be one of the few advantages in this, because the halberd is a long-range weapon, so I don't have to get in the melee range of the dragon to fight against him if I'm the attacker, and then we will see. And because I'm playing with the standard rules, not the updated rules for long-ranged weapon, I'm not sure about the difference at the moment. But I will play the old ones, the currently standard ones, the not upgraded Kickstarter update rules for long-range weapons. Oh, and we have Mercenary. This is just a shooter mercenary. Then coming with Cryxx, and we have a dire wolf. What? Where is he? This is not really no, and it's a warhound. It's this is not a warhound miniature, but it's the best warhound miniature I have, and I have what I've painted. Let's say this, and let's pretend this is a warhound. We can have a small look at the cards for these guys. Nothing special here. We have a human mercenary, a shooter, and we have a warhound. And they have no fortune points as usual, and I guess they will die first. If I was mean, I could say I just have the warhound to have someone to die first, but this no, I won't say that. Okay, back to the dice cam. Let's see. All right, and so this was it, I guess. For I want to repeat just for me, not for you, because I don't want to teach you this time. The rules for the huge creatures. What are the huge creatures are coming with? What they have in common. I have to check my cheat sheet in the web. For huge creatures, let's see, or let me see. The movement. The huge creatures are able to run through, or to walk through much smaller enemies, and all of these guys are much smaller than him because he's huge. Then there's coming large, and all of these guys are average at max, and he is a tiny goblin. As always, he's the poorest one in this. And anything else? They ignore the limit for multiple attacks. So if, in any case, why this won't happen in this scenario, but they were able to do more than 3 attacks in a turn, which is the common limit for characters. They will fail all dexterity tests, but this is not important. And they have they can, oh yes, this is great. They can bind 3 enemies in combat. They can engage 3 enemies standing next to them, which when they are much smaller than them, or 2 enemies when they are just smaller than him. So this means, and these guys don't have yeah, and they okay. Once again, I'm sorry. Where's the text? He will ignore the melee range of much smaller enemies, and once again, these are all much smaller enemies, so they are not able to bind him in melee in any way. And in the other way around, he can engage 3 enemies at the same time, so they can't run away without passing an agility test, of course. And that's it. This is, yeah. I'm so damn. Okay. Let's see where this is going. We can just check the skills of the heroes. He has the skill of fast attacks, the relevant skills. I don't want to go everything, and I don't want to bore you. He has fast attacks, so he can roll 3 dice for when attacking in melee, and take the best 2 of them. But he will get a penalty of -1 for the combat skill, for the combat attribute. I mean, he can do nothing. He has, this could be important. He has a horn of courage. I'll show it to you. This horn of courage, which gains, let him gain the skill of inspiring. And inspiring is a skill that give a bonus of +1 to every allied character within 6 or less spaces until he fails in the first courage test. So this could be important when rolling for fearsome, and I can spare this. I don't want to show the fearsome skill. Okay. I play that all of them are charged full of health and full of fortune points and full of mana, and that's it. Larnak has anything. He has stealth, so he can just walk through the melee range once. He has the dirty fighter skill that could be, no, this is not important because it cannot knock or stun a huge creature. He has an ambush ability, this skill. This could be helpful when we are failing an attack after hopefully winning the initiative. And when we are losing the initiative, this will be really fast over, I guess. All right, the rest is just perception boost. Taming animals isn't interesting. And the Sorceress is just fast. The one important and useful skill she has is just fast. She is always, when she's running, Yeah, when she's running, she's always running the most on the max limit she has. I don't think this is important. Why running away could be helpful in this, but we will fight until the end. What we have nothing to lose. We will fight until the end. And I haven't tested this before. This is the test, and I thought it could be interesting to others to see this if this can work. This once again, this is just because I thought about it. If my party is able to win against the dragon, and this is why I wanted to show and wanted to try and let you participate in this. Okay. I guess we can start now. I will clean this up a bit. Oh, here's a lurking orc. All right. And we can, I think we can start. Because this is not a quest from the book, I can choose everything I want to. I can choose the side for the heroes and for the dragon. I don't know if there's anything. Let's change this. And then I will add some trees. I've worked the whole day to add some realistic 3D terrain. So no one can say I'm not doing my best for this. We have an absolutely thematic tree for this season, and another one. Oh, but I think I will change them. Now the joke's over. And I've robbed the children's toy box for this. And we can also add a snowman for this. Okay, this is silly. Okay. Let's see if I can improve the camera for this a little bit. So this is okay, this is working for me, and I hope this is working for you, except the dice trays in the way. Okay. And my camera. Okay, let's say the dragon is here, and let's find a good starting position to my heroes. We will not apply a caught by surprise. We will just roll for initiative like we do in the most epic events I've played. That I have this skirmish character, and just to this. And let's see what could be a good position for starting. She is very weak and she has to stay in the background or get eaten first, and I don't want this. So she has to start to and bring on the water elemental. If I'm able to bring on the water elemental, then I can engage him into fight because he's so the bone dragon, because he's he just cannot engage much small. He's just ignoring the much smaller, but not the smaller. And the water elemental is a large water elemental, a large creature, and so he can engage him and can stop him for a while. Not for very long, but for a while. I just have to check. Oh, I can show you once again. Make some advertisement for my work. I've just filled out my effective sheet with all the stats for the dragon, so I can have I don't have to calculate this while I'm playing. So I wanted to check the vitality points. 25. Okay. 25 vitality points and an armor of 5. 5. 5. Okay. 5. Kroxor with his halberd has armor piercing, and so he can reduce this to 4. Cool. The other ones, not. None of them. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is really bad. Let's see how the animal will act. I will show you how this guy will act. he has I will switch to the desktop once again, then we will start. I'm sorry, where's the browser once? Oh, okay, so the dragon, the bone dragon, has an AI card, reference card of large or huge creature. So he may be upgraded when setting to the table. This we will ignore this because I've rolled very bad for him. Oh, sorry, I couldn't upgrade him. It never disengages from smaller enemies, and all of the enemies are smaller. After winning a combat while attacking, it always pushes enemies and occupies their space. Okay, business as usual. If it has the skills Onslaught or Sweep, it won't use them against targets with agility 4 or higher. This is interesting anyway. So Cryxx has an agility of 4, Larnak of 5, and Kroxor of 3. Maybe just less because they have armor. Just let me check. Okay, the effective ones are less. They have Kroxor has an agility of 2 and Larnak an agility of 4. Thank you. Oh, nothing. Larnak is the only one who wouldn't be affected by this. But because he has several other attacks, this shouldn't be a problem in any way. Okay, this is we can check the reworked stuff, so I won't forget anything. The AI for animals and vermin, flying, no, undead, no, berserker, no, large, huge, this is one. So we had just this, we had the setup, we have the attack type. He hasn't any non-offensive action. He doesn't have spells. He cannot attack in range, and he cannot. The breath is in ranged attack, I guess. It's the range, and is this? He cannot use this while he is engaged in melee. So yeah, we can count this as range, I guess. And then in melee, never we disengage never from small enemies, and the target priority, this is important. Always attack and engage enemy. This is obviously, and this is why I want to spawn the water elemental. Then we have an enemy easiest to hit. Let's see, who will this be? The enemy with the lowest armor if there's a tie, and so on and so on. Okay, then he will move towards the target, and if he cannot, he will run, and I guess he can, also will fly if it's not possible to reach him by running or moving, and he will always push. Okay, very easy. Okay, switch back. Okay, so once again, who is he going to attack first? Where I'm placing the guys, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this movement without running, so he isn't able to attack an enemy in melee. But if he is going to fly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm really he can reach every one of us, and he can attack in range. And we have said, I said that attacking with the breath is a ranged attack, and I hope I won't get punished for this. Let's see. I think he would try to move, just move, and then use his breath, because he doesn't have to go in melee for this. It's a ranged attack, and they favor the ranged attacks, like we have seen. And the breath has a. Let's I will check this again. The breath. I don't want to do anything wrong when so many people are watching this. And the breath of fire. Okay, the creature's breath affects up to 6 numbers of frontal squares in a straight line. All target and affected squares must pass an agility test, or in order to avoid the attack, and then move to the adjacent square. If the roll failed, blah blah, they will get the damage. Okay, we don't have, we have like with spells less and cover for light and heavy cover. Okay. So I will I will just leave the guys on the last two columns here. So I'll put her here to stay out of everything, I hope. I guess I think about letting the Warhound. It's a Warhound. He can do everything. He can fight against the dragon. To just let him run into the direction of the dragon to bait him. It's a Warhound. What can happen to him? No, okay. No, I want to have the water elemental 1, 2, 3, so I can place it here, and then the water elemental can activate with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't enough to reach him, and this would mean this guy could just fly over the elemental with 10 squares and then land in the back, and the water elemental has nothing to do, but I can let him run the water elemental and hope to reach him and to bind him, to engage him. And the other ones could try to catch up. We have difficult terrain. Is the water elemental, may he ignore difficult terrain? I have to check this, and I will do this on my list here, wherever I have a list. I don't have every card, skill card on the board, so I have a file with some sheets. And then large, always break, non-making shields, may break smaller squares. No, he cannot ignore difficult terrain. So we have to if he's going to go over here, he will have to spend one more movement point. So starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is his movement, and then when we are running, I would need this difficult terrain. Oh, you cannot see anything. This difficult terrain. It's not more than the half. No, that's not difficult terrain. Tomorrow is Christmas. We can bend the rules a little bit, so we can have. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. At least a 4 for running. Yeah, okay, we can do this. We can make it. Today we can make everything. And then, I think the mercenary here will be a great victim, an easy victim. Oh, there's a Scratch Walk says to time up in melee. Maybe else everyone is invited. What? Okay. I want her to have at least one shoot at this guy. Let's see if we have a lucky punch and can drain his vitality a little bit. Larnak can't do anything useful, I guess. He has 2 damage dice, maybe 3 if I'm going to have a critical hit. But he's a hero. He has fortune points, and he can we can avoid a knockdown for him. He has 6 fortune points, so we can at least 3 times we can können verhindern, dass er da drauf geht. Meine Güte. Sorry for running back to German. We cannot letting him die with spending fortune point. That I want to say. I'm sorry, it's very late here. The dog is like the mercenary. Maybe I can reach the dragon, and then he's dead, I guess, because he can do so many. He has so many skills to wipe him out, and he has no fortune points. But we need him as a target before he's reaching one of the important heroes, I guess. Okay. I let him here so he can run run straight forward. And Kroxor can attack this guy without going into the melee range because he has a long-range weapon, and so he can be useful because he's the only one who has an armor-piercing weapon. So he has a chance to roll, and he has some kind of strength. So we need him at the front, I guess. I think we start right off. What can happen? Everything can happen. So, any comments left? Now's your chance to say, oh my god, what are you doing? I just drink a little bit. And then I think we can start, and we will start with initiative. And this guy is pretty bad in initiative. He's a -2 because he's huge. Thank you, Scrat. -2. Okay. And we have Larnak over here with who has a +3 in initiative rolls. I think we can do this. Let's have the dice cam. Let's make it a little bit more interesting for you. Let's see. Let's start. Oh god. Oh god, why? So we have, as I said just 2 minutes ago, Larnak has 6 fortune points. And I think we will spend one of these fortune points. The Warhound, I'm reading the chat, the Warhound should go with the elemental, but the Warhound cannot engage him. He's only engaged by the dragon. Okay, and now the worst start I could have imagined. Okay, we will spend 1 fortune point. No, the worst start that I could imagine is that I will fail the second roll again. And then we can just restart like in a video game, or just restart. We don't have to wait for a loading screen. Great. Okay. Larnak, like I said, Larnak has 5 fortune points. I have to spend 1 fortune point to repeat the roll. Repeating the Dark Player's roll isn't an option, I guess. So we have here the result of 7 -2 is 5. So the tables have turned, and this is very great. Sadly, we don't deal with caught by surprise, as I announced beforehand. Thank you, Ronald. I'm just checking what happens with a double critical when we are rolling for initiative. I don't have this in mind. But I have a great list here, which I cannot find. What happens in this case? Is anyone quicker than me? Just telling me what happens in this case? Oh, I have a places skills. Oh, that's the only one document I haven't opened here. Do I have any benefits of this? Except for that I can touch my shoulder. I will go check the rulebook. There must something really great. Caught by surprise, placement, combat turn, initiative. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, I win nothing. Nothing but the initiative, I guess. So okay. Back to business. Okay. Back to this. I've won the initiative, and then we can start finally. So Cryxx is going to cast the water elemental. She's trying to. We need an intelligence for this, and I think about using the components for magic to avoid that anything can happen to hinder me in this. It's a superior spell, so I cannot move. So this isn't a problem. Range of 3. But after that very bad roll, what can happen? She has an intelligence value of 5. So reaching 5 with 2 dice should be able. And then otherwise I have a lot of fortune points for her. Great. 6. And we have a 6 for the duration of the water elemental. This is great. I will place it up here so no one can see. So, okay. You have to remind me to decrease this counter. Okay, the water elemental. Where's my water elemental? It's not... It's a pretty ugly, not painted miniature. 1, 2, 3, and all the squares that are used for summoning have to be in range. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I can spawn him here. And then I can start running with him and activating him. And I will do this. So running with the water elemental, and I need another white die because I used the last one. But this was a good one. I changed this. The first roll was for initiative, the opposed roll. Now the roll was for spell casting the water elemental. And I have to pay the mana for this. I'm sorry. So. And I've removed the other one. And so I will do as an action for the water elemental that I can activate now is that I want to run. And hopefully reach him. And this looks very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to leave the field a little bit open so the other ones can attack him and can fight him. I hope. I'll take a... I'm going to have him here. I reach to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this will work. All right, the water elemental is there. Cannot use an action because he has already done his action by running. And so the mercenary, bound to Cryxx, the sorceress, has the camera's up. Has the chance to do something useful, and I don't know why I'm still go with her, because I think the miniature is some kind of pretty. That's the only reason I can imagine, because she's good for nothing. No, not for nothing. 1 in 10 times she's hitting the enemy. Let's see if this series will hold on this time. Okay. She has a movement of, let's see, where's my sheet? Human shooter of 5. So when she's moving, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. This is difficult terrain, I guess. Oh man, her position could have been better, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's no line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no line of sight. Ooh, great. I don't want to have her here because there are other guys around that have to go there. I want to move her down here and to shoot from here. So I think she has to run because there's no... Okay, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is there... There's the tree. Is this tree still on the... It's not the full... And this is a small tree model. So, let's say because tomorrow's Christmas, we can reach him from here, from this square. Over the rock, that's no problem. The only problem could be the... no, we have these squares here too. Okay, let's see where we can make this. Okay, I'm going to move her. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can't move her here. What's going on? 1, 2, 3. I can move her because this is difficult terrain too. Great. Okay, she has to run to attack in the next round if she's going to be alive then. Yeah. For a movement action, for a running action, why? When I'm rolling for her with when she shall shoot, this is something never happened. Never. A blunder. This is what will happen. Always. I don't like her. I don't just like her miniature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's let her here to have at least a little bit of cover from him. Let's see if this will happen. And then the next round I can do 1 step for 1 penalty when shooting. But this is, I think, I have a better feeling doing this. And after that, I can choose who's going next. I will let the goblin shoot. He's just... This is his job to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He has a movement of 5. This is it. He has moved. So let's check the reference card. I have to check this. We have a huge target, giving me a +2. Not stationary. I've moved, and I've moved more than the half of my movement, so this benefit is away. It's gone. So no cover. The agility of him is not higher than mine. I'm not attacking from the back, no defensive shot, and then the distance. We have a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. 7 to 9 is a -2. So in the end, we have a -2 penalty, if I'm not wrong. And this means with a shooting skill of 4, this guy will have a left shooting of 2, +2. And once again, if he's going to hit that guy, if he manages to hit, he will deal 2 damage dice. 2. Well, something. He has knocked down a lot of enemies. Not dragons yet, but let's see. 6. 6 is not, with 6 + 3 is not 10. I'm very bad with numbers. Some of you already know this. But 6 + 3 is not 10. And so he's not only missing the target, there's an ally next to the target. I will point a little bit with this. This is an ally. He will hit the ally. So the ally, this is water elemental, has an armor of 3, but he's invulnerable. So only critical hits can damage him. And so we have no problem here. Otherwise I could spend another fortune point, but maybe I need some fortune points in the further fight. I will leave this out because he's only doing 2 damage. But we have the swift, almost forgotten this, we have the swift sword, the swift short bow, and we can do another attack with a -2 penalty. And so we have still a +1 for the little guard Larnak. Let's see if we can hit the dragon now. And now, I've forgotten something and no one has reminded me. So we have just missed that again, because I walked through difficult terrain, this activation. I have another -1 for all my skills, or for many of my skills attributes, and so I have another -1. So both of the skills and both of the tests have failed. Shame on you, little goblin. But next round we have no difficult terrain. Okay, the next one. Kroxor's going to run. With a 4. 4 plus 4 is an 8. Which is also his maximum. So everything's good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have to be aware now that this guy can still... No, he's engaged. He's engaged this time. He cannot start flying and fly over here. So these guys are safe now at the moment. And so 1, 2... I can... so otherwise I would have left the Hound over here. I'm sorry. So he would block some... Oh, the trees are falling. He will block some enemies, some squares, so the dragon couldn't land there, but if that would help. Let's see. We're going to the front. On attack, 4 plus. The Warhound has he has a 7, so 11. And some 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can't see anything. I'm sorry. I should have switched to the top cam. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So there's still a line of sight for her next round. There's still a line of sight for Larnak. And then I guess we are done with the hero's turn. Thankfully we are not playing with the Dark Player's card, so we won't roll for power this time. We just have a skirmish. And so it's the dragon's turn. And now, the dragon's turn. The dragon will, according to his AI rules, will have to fight against the water elemental, because he's engaged by him. And now we have, I've forgotten this. We have to deal with fearsome, because even the water elemental itself has the skill fearsome. It is smaller than the huge one, and so fearsome from this is applying to him, but not from him to him. So this was the easy part of this. The other part is we have to roll a crouch test whenever we are entering the melee range, I guess. When we are trying to make a melee attack, then we have to roll. Fearsome enemies of the same no, enemies must pass with the skill moves or remains within the melee range. Enemies must pass with the skill, when the character with this skill moves or remains within their remaining. This sounds to me if they are going to, not if I'm entering. But anyway, I'm losing my okay, let's say when he's going to activate next. This is the way I've played it. When they are going, when they are the active ones, they are forcing them to roll this, because then they are the fearsomes. When the heroes or the allies are entering the melee range, they have no fear because they want to slay him. But when it's the other way around, they are in fear and they have to pass the test. But this time, and then when they're then losing, then when they are attacking right standing from here, then they have to. I think that's the way I've played this. It's some month ago that I played against a fearsome character. But now it's the dragon's turn, and we have a lot of attacks. These are just the attacks by skills we can do, and he has his normal attacks too, the claws and the fangs, but he will use the most powerful according to the AI rules. And so let's see. You probably can't read my my handwriting. He can't use the breath because he's engaged. He cannot. He can't do everything else because he can do a tail swipe because he hasn't moved yet. He can do a sweep because he hasn't moved yet. He can't do an onslaught because this requires to move 3 squares. He can grab and eat, but I think he can just do this for much smaller enemies. I will check. Trampling also requires no movement, makes a lot of damage, and 2 enemies. And Shriek from the Underworld. I guess Shriek of the Underworld can harm a lot of guys around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think, let's check again. We will Shriek from the Underworld, just make them to lose 1 damage die. And he's engaged with the water elemental, so he's going to fight against the water elemental. In this case, tail swipe. What was it here? He will not use onslaught and sweep with an agility of 4 or higher. So the water elemental has an agility of 3, so this doesn't apply. We can do the tail swipe or a sweep. A tail swipe is an attack without armor reducing, okay, and the sweep is also an attack. He can attack 3 enemies, but this is kind of waste in this. This is also for 3 enemies. And if the attacker wins, each target is knocked down and pushed 1 space backwards. This sounds great to me because then he isn't engaged anymore. And this one is each target is knocked down and pushed 1 space. This is the same. So it can't be combined with any movement. So at least if he's managing to knock this water elemental down, then he cannot move away. This is great. Grab and eat. Let's check this. This can only be done to attacking average and small size characters. So because the water elemental is large, this doesn't apply. Okay. And now we are going back to this. So he's not facing because the water elemental is still in his front. He don't want to turn his facing. That's what I wanted to say. And now he's going to use the skill tail swipe. Why not? He's doing a tail swipe. So he's making an attack where we don't have to. This is not a melee attack. This is an attack dealing damage, but we don't have to roll with the combat value. We have to roll with. We'll check this once again. We have to roll this with an agility. An agility. Once again, tail swipe. This is complicated. Both attacker and target must roll agility. Yeah, if the attacker wins, yeah, okay. Just a normal attack, but not rolled with melee, with a melee combat skill, but with agility. So the water elemental has an agility of 3, and the bone dragon has an agility of 2. He isn't that good in this. But he has a chance to knock down the enemy, and so he isn't going to do it with this. He has a strength of 8, and if he's managing to hit the water elemental with a critical hit with at least 1/6, then we are doing the full 8 damage dice against the water elemental with its low armor of 3. And this is not so good. Once again. Okay, and okay. Just had to check the when Germans try to speak English. Invulnerable skill of the water elemental, but I think I've told you everything right. And so he needs a critical hit, the bone dragon, in the agility test to deal any damage. And let's see. We cannot modify this test, whether neither the one of the elemental nor the one of the dragon, because the water elemental doesn't have any fortune points. And let's see what happens now. Great, we have won the test for the water elemental. He wouldn't have a critical, so nothing happens. This was his attack. He cannot do anything else because he hasn't the skill of he has the AI rule of the large and huge creatures. He didn't try to disengage from smaller enemies, what the water elemental is. And so I think I've done everything right, but please drop me a line if you think there's something wrong. And then we have truly survived the first round, but just because we are having that water elemental. And let's see where this is going. We have to decrease the timer for the water elemental, so we have him for 5 rounds left, including this. I always mix this up if I should do this at the beginning of the round or at the end of the round, which means it's. I've read the rules so many times and I can't remember this. I'm doing this at the beginning of the round and having him the round, the current turn for the last time, and then I will remove him. Okay. And then the water elemental standing there, and he can just attack him, which means Cryxx is the one that has to activate next, because she is this guy is bound to her. I think this is really a good idea. Or shall I move her first? Alright, I will move her first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need an action to get inside. If I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 is enough. Is the maximum range of my attack spells. And I think a lightning bolt could do some trick to this dragon. We have deal 6 damage dice. Poorly the dragon isn't wearing a heavy armor. But I think this could be a great spell to burn him a little bit. And so I will start with her. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This square is obviously not fully... I can place her here. Today is Christmas, did I say this? And we have a range of 12. I just measured this and hopefully I haven't counted wrong. And so I can make her intelligence roll for this casting the spell. And throw a lightning bolt at this guy. At this dragon. We have a 7 with her intelligence of 5. This is a 12. This is enough. We have a critical hit. This will increase the damage of the damage dice by 1. So we will roll 1 damage die more. And we need a 5 still because the dragon has an armor of 5. Let's see how this is going. This isn't that bad. And we have at least 1 additional roll. I will use this. Okay. Next time I will move them away first. So we have 4 hits. 4 hits of her with her lightning bolt. And this is a great outcome, I guess. 4 of 25. But we will work on this. I will use the reserve point counter. I hope you can see it. 2, no, we will use for a better contrast. Achievement point counter. Behind the tree. 25 minus 4 is 21. This is something I can calculate. Nothing more. And so this was Cryxx first. Now I have to activate the Mercenary here, and I have to activate the Water Elemental because they are bound to her. And so I will activate the Water Elemental. This time I have to do, we can check because we had a critical. I'm pretty sure we have no other condition. We have the attacker size with respect to the defender. The attacker is much smaller than, so Cryxx is much smaller. So we have just a critical with no effect. And even if we have had a double critical, we have no effect because this guy is undead. And so nothing would have happened, but just for the protocol, everything is now right. And now I will roll for the elemental attacking the dragon. The elemental has a combat skill of 4, and the dragon has a combat skill of 4 too. And so let's see. Yeah, okay, we have a tie, and when we have a tie in combat, in melee combat, then the defender, if he has a shield, always wins. He doesn't have a shield. Then the one with the higher agility wins, and the higher agility has the water elemental. He has 3 and the bone dragon just has 2. Is this correct? Check. Tie breaking. The winner with the highest agility. And then it's the other way. When there's still a tie in agility, then the one with the shield will win. Not only the defender. And then when there's still a tie, then always the defender wins. Always for the defender. So we have managed to hit him. What's going on here? And the water elemental has a strength of 6. So 6 rolls for the water elemental. We have one hit, one wound, one of 6. Great. Okay, then I will activate the Mercenary, the shooter. Let's see how useless she's this time. If I'm going, I have to go one step, and then I will have a line of sight. Definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as a range. And so we have a penalty for, let's check again. It's a huge target with a +2. Oops. With a +2, I've moved, so we're -1. Not flying, not cover, target is not higher, not attacking from the back, and I've forgotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is -2, -2, +2, -1 is, we have a -1. She has a skill of, a shooting skill of 4, so we are leaving with a 3 in her shooting skill, a +3. Let's see if she's hitting the elemental. A 6. 6 plus 3 is not a 10. Did I ever mention that she's pretty useless most of the time? I should cut her wage. Or kick her out. I should just move away with elemental and let her go to the dragon, and then everything will go its way. And yeah, okay, calm down. We're going to win this. I know this. Okay, Larnak and Kroxor and the Warhound are still there. Larnak has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 9 range. This is a -2, a +2 for the huge target. He hasn't moved yet. He can shoot twice with this super magic swift short bow, and we can think if he's going to drink a potion. A heroic potion would be a waste, because then he could attack 4 times, but he may not attack 4 times because this is limited to 3 attacks by the general rules of the game, except for huge characters. So I'm going to drink a dexterity potion. This will make me more agile, more shootery, and more melee combattery. I will get a +1 to all of these attributes and to dexterity, because I want to pick a lock now. And during the next 3 turns, I will have this. So this is a quick action of Larnak to have this now active. And I will put a die on this as a reminder that this is active. So I need a die. I want to die. 3. When I'm going to the next one is 2, 1, and then remove. Okay. Okay. And now I have a shooting skill of, I have made an equal with the shooting skill, so I'm left with the penalties are gone because of the dexterity potion. I still have a shooting skill of 4 and can attack twice. The second attack with a penalty of 4, of -2 because of the swift bow, short bow, whatever weapon. Okay, first attack with a 4 + 4, and this. Now we are talking. A 10 + 4. This is we have a 6, and then we have a critical hit, and we have 3 damage dice from this small goblin. And I told you once before, the small goblin has shot down a lot of enemies. I haven't rolled this yet. This just jumped from this, doesn't count. Tomorrow's Christmas. Okay, we just have 1 One, but this will be the one that will bring him down. So now he is at 19. And we can attack a second time with a -2. And this is enough. This is 13. We can roll 3 damage dice. And once again, one hit. It's the goblin who's fighting here, not the other ones. Okay. I will leave him there, or will I? Oh, we have 5 fortune points left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to point blank. Is a little. No, let's. Not that this guy can activate, and then I have a problem. Okay. Then we have the Warhound. And at this time, the water elemental is engaging him, and if I would now go with the Warhound next to him, then he will choose the Warhound as a target, and then you will choose Grab and Eat as skill. You would ignore the water elemental. So I will leave the Warhound here, or maybe I will move him over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if anything happens, I'll leave him here. This is enough. If anything happens, he's not blocking the line of sight or anything. In any case, if the water elemental's gone by whatever, then we have him here in position. Then we have him where we wanted to have him. Okay. And then finally it's Kroxor, and he couldn't reach him because he's a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long range still doesn't work. 1. So I will let him run. This is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will leave him not here. I will place him here. So there's a chat. Fearsome effect character and melee with enemy. Yeah, you're right. I've forgotten to roll when attacking him. I've forgotten to roll for if he's in fear. The water elemental. This is bad. Because if I'm remembering this correctly, the attack was successful. The attack test could have been counted as to go on with this and not to to rewind anything. Would have let him pass, and then I can roll again if he's going to manage to hit, and then we will give him some vitality points back if I'm not going to hit. I guess we had a draw. We had a draw with the 10 and 10. So he wouldn't left. But I see the audience wants to just continue, I guess. So we will continue. We will roll for the courage in the next turn. Okay. This is just a demonstration for me. There are always these rules. Okay, and then we will go on. It's the okay, I will play. It's the dragon's time. The dragon doesn't have anything that he could do. He can't the melee range. Kroxor isn't in his melee range. So he cannot use any of his skills against both of them. He is still engaged with him, so he will fight against him, and he will not try to do anything against him or to disengage or whatever. So he will stick to the water elemental, and so he will once again use his tail swipe in the hope that he could knock him down. And I have already marked this with a draw, with a line, with a 1, and I will make another one because I have used this skill for 2 times. And this is important because the AI rules, the general AI rules say, I wish I would be more drunken now. They say that you can only use the same skill in the same quest for 4 times. And so I'm counting this, how many times I've used the tail swipe. Okay, then once again the agility test against the water elemental. Water elemental with a 3, the guy with a 2. The water elemental is not staying in difficult terrain. He is ignoring difficult terrain, so everything's good. Haha. Look over here, beautiful mercenary. This is how to roll. A double 6. Once again, everyone can pass a test. Everyone, not you. Okay, so the attack has missed. Nothing will happen. That's it for the dragon. It's kind of boring. I thought there would be more action, but if I hadn't that water elemental, I guess there would be much more action. So I will count down because the heroes are there again. And the water elemental is still alive. Now we will roll. We will test for the courage because we will now want to play correctly. And let's see if the water elemental is losing his attack. A 7, and the water elemental has a pretty high courage, and he's at 5. So the water elemental is in business now and will attack with a 4 against the 4 of the bone dragon. 5 versus 7. So this time no luck for the water elemental. No hit. And then we are back at the other ones. So because I've activated the water elemental, I have to activate the other ones too. And this was a pretty bad decision to start with him, because Cryxx couldn't cast a spell now because she has no line of sight. I couldn't move her down here, so she will have a line of sight over Larnak, but as some of the viewers from the last time mentioned correctly, I've played this wrong in the last video. If she's going to cast a spell over him, she will have line of sight, everything's okay, but he will get the collateral damage of the spell of 2 damage dice. And this is something I want to avoid. And also this isn't very nice to burn the poor goblin from the back. So, but I have to activate first back, where I will have line of sight against this guy. So I have to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can cast the spell with a penalty of -1 because I was moving through difficult terrain. The mud here. And so I will have just a 4. And I could use the components for magic now. 4 is good enough, and I have a lot of fortune points left. I will stick to the lightning bolt because this doesn't make collateral damage to the guy standing adjacent. So with a +4 and 6, this is enough. This is enough to burn him again with the lightning bolt, and we will roll 6 damage dice against 5, and this is truly a good result. Once again, 4 damage dice, and we will decrease to 14. This is much easier than I thought, but just because of the water elemental. I'm kind of upset. I will try it. I will play it again without the water elemental next time. Okay, now we have attack. So we have to let her attack. The beautiful, doing nothing mercenary. We have still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see where would I have to go. I will attack from here, and then I will go 1 square towards the dragon, so I will next time have just a minus of 1. So once again, for me, not for you, +2 for a huge, -2 is 0. I haven't moved, no cover, agility doesn't apply, so we'll stick to 4 for the test. Oh God. Wow. Oh God, why? I'll kick her out after this. It's really hard to get good employees these days. So I wanted to have a move 1 square, so we have the next time we have only a -1 for the distance, and with a 3 this would work much better next time. Oh, God. It's not my row, it's her. These dice results are bound to her. You see it, everyone's hitting the big. This is a damn huge dragon. This is, let's see, this is a goblin. This is a huge bone dragon. How can you not manage to shoot? This is her profession. Let's see. Let's check the card again. Okay. This is a very bad photo of her. I have to be honest. But when we ignore this, this is her profession. She's a shooter. I pay her a loan of 3 each visit in an inn to let her shoot. This is her own job. She cannot carry any equipment for me. I cannot have her as a mount. So I can. She's nothing for good, just to be a shooter. And this is. Tomorrow's Christmas. Everything's fine. Everybody calms down now. She will have her time. I guess she will make the final arrows is her. And I'm reading the I'm reading The Hobbit with my eldest son. He's 6 now at the moment, and this is the first time for me. I'm reading the book, and I've watched the movies some years ago, and I'm wondering how I knew this that it should be that they are different than the book. But now I'm realizing how different, and we just had the part where Bart is shooting down the dragon with his last arrow. This is why we come. This would fit perfectly. We have just read this 3 hours ago, and this would be great. I would, if she's going to shoot him down with one of her arrows, it mustn't be the last one. Then I will leave her in the party. Then I will upgrade her to a hero. We will see. Let's see. Okay. So Cryx's turn. I think we have still Kroxos. I've forgotten who we have the dog. We had the. So there was just talking, and now can anyone tell me who I can activate still? We had the Elemental, we had Cryxx, we had the Mercenary. We have everyone left. We have Larnak left, we have Kroxor left, we have the dog left. The dog's staying there. Larnak can shoot twice with his magical whatever arrow, Dingstar. And he has his dexterity potion. And let's see if the small goblin with his 2 damage dice bow and a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a penalty of -1, +2 for a huge target. So with a +1 and a shooting skill of 4, so a +5. Let's see if he can hit a huge dragon right in front of him. Of course he can. Maybe he's obviously he's standing much better line of sight, and he's standing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She was standing. Okay, and he has rolled a critical hit. So we have 3 damage dice from a poor, small goblin against an armor of 5 once again, and not that bad. He's the Grey Eminence, we say in German. I don't know if this is a term in English too. So, and once again with a penalty of -2. So when we had a 5, now we would have a +3 left. The -2 for once again, so you can see it for shooting for a second time with this magic swift short bow. So +3 and a 6. So this time, but I will forgive him. He has managed to hit him. He's the hero in this game. And we have Kroxor, and Kroxor's now in range, in his melee range, because he's a long range weapon. So he could bind him in melee, but he can't because this guy is huge. He isn't affected by fearsome because he is not in the melee range of the dragon, because the dragon still has this 1 square melee range. So I can attack him, and I will. Can I push the dragon? No, I can't. Pushing is just possible for equal-sized heroes, I guess, and enemies. Let's check this. Pushing. Nope. Melee combat. Pushing. Against an opponent of the same size or smaller. Let's measure this. If this is the same size or not. Okay. I cannot push him. Okay. Thematically, the best game in the world. Obviously, the best game in the world. But thematically. Okay. Great. This was honestly. I meant this honestly. So I will go and I will use my fast attacks, so I may roll 3 dice. Let's see if I have another white one, and take the 2, the highest 2, with a penalty of -1 for attacking. So Kroxor has an attacking skill in melee of 5, -1 is 4, and let's see if he can hit the dragon. That isn't that good. We have an 8 against an 8. And let's see, the dragon has a combat skill of 4, and Larnak has a combat skill of 4. Both have an agility of 2. No one has a shield. The defender is winning. But I have so much fortune points left. I will spend generously a fortune point for this. So everyone can see I will spend a fortune point for this. And then no one can see I put it back where I take it from. I will let the dark player re-roll his die. So we have an 8 against a... There are my fortune points gone. The next one, please. Yeah, the next one. Please. Okay, it's the dragon's turn again. It's the dragon's turn again. Or I could... Oh, no. I'm taking this back. I have a quick action left. I'm not in melee range, so I can do a quick action, and to drink a heroic potion. And if I'm going to do this, I will have another action, and I will attack once again. Haha. Now let's see. Use nothing left. Same. The fourth. Oh no. Oh no. I will spend just another fortune point. But no, I won't. Even if he's rolling a bad result, I have a bad result too. Okay. Maybe I should introduce the Kroxor to the Mercenary. They would be a good pair, I guess. Okay, the dragon's turn. The dragon's turn once again, trying to tail swipe the water elemental and oppose agility roll. A 7 and a 6. Thing happens again. I should have given him the double attacks. Then the next turn for the heroes, we have a 3. Left, we have a 1 left for the Larnak, and we will start once again. I think I can leave them in this position, and this time we will start with the shooter. I will let's see if she's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a -1, a +2 for huge, is a +1 left, a +1 for a skill of 4 is a 5. Let's see if I'm able to 5. 5. A 10 and plus a 5, and she has hit. She could hit the huge dragon. 2, 4, 6, 9. How many damage does it make? Let's check my cheat sheet. She's going to make a damage of 4. No critical hits, so 4 damage dies against an armor of 5. 1. There we are back again with her and her skills. At least this. And then the Sorcerer, Cryxx, can cast a spell once again. See, 5 plus her 5, which she has in intelligence, is enough to just once cast again the lightning bolt once again for the 3rd time. And I will mark this down here. Once again, 6. No, we had no critical hits, so we have 6 damage dice against an armor of 5. 2, 2. But we are finally at 9 vitality points left for the dragon. And then the water elemental is still there. We don't have to test for Pearson because we have passed this already. And so we can just make a combat roll. The dragon had a blunder, fighting with his claws, so we have to do a breakage roll, even when defending. Right? I'm the one who should know this. Melee, melee, melee. Melee. Combat. Melee, critical failures. The weapon will fall to the ground. The breaking roll must be made. He's disarmed until he can pick up. Picking up a weapon, a critical failure means the end of the character's activation. Blah blah blah. So we have to do a breaking roll to see if the weapon, so in this case his claws, are going to break. And for this we have to roll a d6 and have to have a 1 to have a broken claws. Critical failures, death, stationary. Breaking roll. Equal or lower, the weapon is broken. Yep. I will do this for the dragon and see if his claws are broken. What a poor end for a dragon. Nope, not broken. And so I can hit him now with my mighty water elemental with 6 damage dice, and one is gone, and only 1 damage. And this guy here, 1. So an 8. We're done with this. So the mercenary has taken her activation. The trees are falling. The sorceress is leaving, and the water elemental. And so we have still the Larnak, the goblin Larnak. We have Kroxor. We can fight again with Kroxor and his long range weapon. And let's see, 3 dice. The dragon wants to lose his claws, I guess. So let's see. No, not lost. But we have a critical hit. We have won the fight. Kroxor is fighting with a halberd with armor reduction of -1, so I don't only need damage rolls of 4 or higher. I roll with 4 damage dice from the base, and in addition of 1 for the critical roll, so 5. And we have, at least we have 2 hits. 1, 2. And that guy is almost dead now. I'm really impressed of my heroes party. This is a goddamn huge bone dragon. Then we have still the Hound, and we have Larnak. Let's shoot him with a, I can't remember this. -1 for the distance, +2 for being huge, +1 for his dexterity potion, which is still active for the last turn. Is +2, 3, -1, +2 plus his 4 of his shooting skill is 6. And the 3 we will spend. We will spend. We have it. We will spend a fortune point. Reroll this, and this is what I wanted to see. We will now make 3 damage dice. No, not a single hit. We could spend another fortune point. Yeah, we will do. We will reroll this. At least 1 hit. So, and then we have a second attack. With a -2. So we have just a 3 in as a bonus for this roll. An 8, and the guy is hitting again. Yeah, look at him. He can teach you how to shoot. Useless mercenary shooter. Nothing happens here. And then we are over. Then the dragons again. He might try to overcome at least 1 time. Then this will get interesting when he is going to defeat the water elemental. And this is okay. Now finally we have some action here. He has won the tail swipe. So he cannot move, but he tail swiped this guy. And now let's do not make a failure once again. Let's check what's happening now. We will have a tail swipe. We have requires an action. All right, we have a sweep effect 2 smaller size. With the one is a smaller size, it's just a large. behind the attack. And this is the difference. Okay, this is not a problem. Then I would have used the sweep all the time and not the tail swipe, because this is in front, the frontal square. So this is, but this doesn't have any problem, because it's the same in both skills. We will roll with a we will make an opposed agility test. Okay, the enemy is knocked down and pushed one space backwards. And this means the dragon's free now. But it's my turn again, and I can just stand up and go there again, I guess. Let's see. I have to check something once again. If the attacker wins, so this is not a dependency. We have the water elemental has the skill of invulnerable, and so it can be damaged only by critical hits, but it could be hit, and he has won the attack. So I will apply this to the. I will not roll for damage, but I will say he has won the fight. And to make more action in this, so let's see. Let's switch back. Let's switch back to this. And sorry for the camera. I will not roll, but he's knocked down, so I will move him one space to the back. He was and face up, knocked down. So when next round he must try to stand up and is stunned. But he can just move again. So the swipe is cannot move with cannot combine with any kind of movement. Okay, so he cannot move. This is what I understand. Okay. And that's it. Now he's free and can do anything except that he's free. And we will see if this has any effect. So it's the hero's turn. The water elemental is still alive with a 2. And now he will rise again. And I had this in the last video, but I will check this once again. When he's knocked down, we just have to check once again. If we have a condition, it's bigger, no critical, no effect. Okay. So if he's knocked down, he will play facing up, remain the same for the rest of the turn. While he is down, he will not be able to move, shoot, and do exploratory up. He will also be stunned and suffer all the penalties. He will have no melee range and will not block line of sight. If he's attacked, he will consider it as to have attacked from behind. But what happens if he's going to stand up? I'm sure I've checked this the last time. And I'm sorry that I've forgotten everything. But I'm still nervous. If anybody knows how to handle this. At the beginning of the activation, if he is stunned, he has to roll if he's losing the stunt with a +4 plus. But maybe it's on the player's activations, actions available. The turn. Recovery. If a character is stunned, roll 1d6. On a result of +4, if a character is knocked down, he will be able to stand up automatically. If he has one or more adjacent enemies, he must pass an agility test to do so. After standing up, he's still stunned. Okay. then nothing happens except that. So he hasn't any enemies adjacent, so he can just stand up, and then he can move again to the dragon, and can even attack him with a -1. Okay, with a -1 for the bone drag. For the he doesn't have to roll for fearsome because he has already passed this in a previous round, so he can easily attack once again with a -1 to his combat skill. His combat skill is 4, so it's a 3. The bone dragon has a 4. Let's see. He has lost, so the bone dragon could defend the roll. And once again the spellcaster's back, but she has already casted 3 times this spell. So ice arrows, crushing wave costs a lot of mana. We can we will make it easy. I will take a mana potion as a quick action. I will recover some mana for this, and then I can remove 1 mana token from each spell, from up to 2 spells. I'm sorry, and then I can cast this one once again, the lightning bolt, which is the most powerful spell I have, and I will do this. The lightning bolt once again with a 5 for intelligence and an 11 and a critical hit. So we will roll 7 dice against the bone dragon once again with my lightning bolt. Could be better, but we have 1 roll left. 3. 1, 2, 3. And so we have a bone dragon with two vitality points left. He's not wounded after all, but I think I can make it. And now we have the mercenary. And now it's her turn with her last arrow, with her last action to shoot. Once again, I have to calculate this. I'm very sorry that I can't remember this. I'm very bad at numbers. With numbers, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a distance -1. We have a +2 for huge creatures, which makes a +1 for her shooting skill of 4, leaves us with a +5. So we need a 5 to hit. A single 5. 2 dice for reaching a 5. Wow, lady. And now let's see. We have 4 damage dice. I need 2 to exceed the 5, the number of 5. And if this, she can stay in the party. Ah, too bad for her. Oh, bye, beautiful mercenary. At least she has tried. She gave her best. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll go on. We will. Then it's the goblin's turn to knock him down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have -1 plus -2, plus a bonus of 2 for being huge for the dragon. So also a +1 for his short bow skills of 4. So 5. Also he needs also a 5 to hit. And this is how to shoot. You will roll 3 damage dice, and he needs a 5. And this is how to slay a bone dragon as a goblin. So this guy is down. This is the hero of the day. Look at him. applause. He made our day. Hero of the day, hero of everything. And this, at last, this was too easy. I would have said that he will slay all the heroes. Or the whole party. It's all depending on the water elemental. So I will. This is not over now. That's no fear. I won't play this now again without the water elemental. But I will do some after briefing. But one short break. I'm back in a second. This is a. Hi. Okay. I'm back, and I think I've earned this one. This is my reward for talking for now for 2 hours. Where's the time gone? So, yeah, I think this was too easy because of the water elemental, because he had the chance to bind him. If he wouldn't be there, we hadn't this guy, or the dragon could overcome him with this, maybe with double attacks upgrade he could have had, or whatever, then this would be a completely different type of skirmish event, because nothing would have bound this guy. He could fly over the map, he could slay, he could eat every of these characters, everyone. He could just land next to them and grab and eat them if he's passing the skill, the test for the skill. And because I have no large hero or character in my party that could do the same like him, to bind him and to engage him, then this was no joke that I said when I wrote it in the description. I said I will bet on the dragon. This is a totally. I hadn't expected this. I don't know if I've made something terribly wrong, except the first fearsome test I haven't made properly. I will check this twice, that if the large if he could engage him, but we can do this together now. There's burrows, okay. The huge one, difficult terrain, blah blah. We will check the rulebook. Large and huge creatures will be able to engage 2 enemies. They will be able to engage 3 enemies. Yep, they are much smaller. And there's another point saying that defensive shot. There's another point saying that they will not, that they can ignore the melee range. But this is only for much smaller. There we are with the riders. Huge. This is the same as on the card. This must be moving. Moving a large creature will be regarded. Creature ignores the melee range of much smaller enemies. They will also be able to advance through. So he's able to ignore the melee range of much smaller enemies and much smaller and large is not much smaller than huge, because average is much smaller than huge, but not large. So I think, and please prove me wrong. Please, this is not meant. This I meant this for real. I mean this for real. Please tell me if this was played wrong. And yeah. I will definitely play this again without the water element, because I want to see how the party can survive against the bone dragon without a water elemental help, to see what I expected that will be happen. And I'm very nosy about this, how this will go. I'm not disappointed yet, but I think there will be much more action from this guy. It's all about the water elemental that could engage him. And on the other hand, it would be a completely different outcome. My tip was that he will fall in the first rounds. She will fall in the first rounds. Those both are the ones that are easiest to hit, so he will try to grab and eat them or whatever, or to attack them, or both of them at the same time with a tail swipe or whatever. And then I have to spend a lot of fortune points to keep them alive. And then having them the sorceress to cast some spells like the lightning bolts, to have Kroxor attacking him, but this could also be going wrong or bad, and this was my expectation from this. But it made a lot of fun to me. Please tell me if you want to see if I play this again without the water elemental, because I don't. I'm not sure if this is so spectacular that you want to see me again playing the same situation once again, but without the elemental. But if you want to see this, I will do a reprise, a replay, an encore. I will do it again, and but this depends on you if you like it. Otherwise, this was a good preparation once again to play a real quest of Dungeon Universalis, and this is still my aim to do. But this small skirmish already took again 2 hours. I did a lot of explanation again, but I think it wasn't that much, because I still have to calculate these things on my own. So I don't think I would have been much faster without that. What about the I see in the chat? What about the encounter in the campaign with the giant and the giant ounce? To play in York is York. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Is there's a question to that I should play that real quest with a giant? It's one of the first in the campaign, or maybe if you are accepting it. But this is a spoiler, I'm sorry. Let's check. And then otherwise, if you have any other questions, critics, mentions, please write it in the chat now. Please leave me a comment. Questions like if I'm going to wear this hat all the time and the next time, or this pullover. I can answer this. I don't think so, but maybe I'm going to play tomorrow once again when the kids are in the bed, but I don't think so. Now it's Christmas. And yeah, ask me anything if you want to know anything. I will going to answer this. This is a difficult one. the viewer means the official quest. I can spoil you, so please look away for a moment if you are if you don't want to get spoiled. It's one of the first adventures that you can play in the campaign, in the first campaign. It's called in English it's called Hunting the Great Creature, which is a spoiler. I will not spoil that too much, just to give you a short view of this. This is one of the first adventures. I think it's pretty. It was playing this was pretty hard for me too. I managed it to beat the big creature, huge creature, whatever. It's called. It's a the boss, the leader of the mission is a huge creature, and I don't want to spoil anything else. And then it was hard for me too, and I don't know if I've played everything right then, because it was one of my first quests in Dungeon Universalis at all, and now I'm over half of a year with Dungeon Universalis and with learning the rules intensively, and I think it's a good idea. I don't know if many people want to see this, because it's really as a part of the campaign, and they maybe they don't want to get to be spoiled. But I would be highly interested in playing this, because I don't know if I've played it right in the past, and so I could check if I could make it now with the same party, I guess, and with a high value party. And this would be fun for me, yeah. But it depends on the users if they want to get spoiled. It's not that secret mission with many background details getting spoiled, but it's definitely a part of the campaign. And write it in the comments if you want to see it. Otherwise, I can see if I find them. There are epic events, I guess, that are also playing against huge creatures. Let's see if I find them. Here's one called Huge Creatures, I think. I haven't played this yet. I think this could be perfectly. Let's see. Roll a 1d6 to determine the creature according to the VP of the heroes. Let's see, we have a VP of 81 and higher at the moment. We could play against... against a stone giant, a giant eagle, a griffin, a cave troll, a giant, or a fire dragon. Oh, a fire dragon. Yeah. I could also play this. This would be a little bit more. It's a different variant in the setup. Other tiles, but much the same. There's much cover in this, I guess. These are blocking the line of sight and the movement. And there are some special rules. You only have 11 turns to complete this, or 10 when we are playing against an ADP. Yeah, I could also play this, or the huge creatures of the official campaign. It depends on you. Leave me a comment. So it's after 12 p.m. now. I want to enjoy a beer, and then I want to enjoy the bed. Getting some sleep. Tomorrow's Christmas. The kids are getting up early. And yeah, Scrat says it. There will be everyone is learning the creature effects together. There are a lot of rules. This is absolutely right. I had so much respect. I had a short talk to Oscar Ibanez earlier this day about some of the rules I was misunderstanding completely, and this it's a problem of mine, and but I think it's really hard to see, even if there are some of the dragons or huge creatures that are even worse than this. And I've found a new favorite for me of an arch enemy, the final boss of everything. I will show him as the final of the day, so we can see. I make it even larger for you. When I was browsing through the bestiary, I found him. Let's see if he's. Where is he? I don't know where he is in the book. I think the picture's wrong here. Let's check this in the official bestiary. Let's see. Where are you, great lord? So now I find him. Giants and primevals, yeah. Primal God, Primal God. There he is, and it's the right picture. I'm sorry, I haven't seen this. We have a Primal God here. This is a Primal God, and he has a lot of spells. He has an aura that is automatically dealing damage. We have Corrosive Vomit, we have Double Attack, we have Fearsome Flying, Huge Sweep, Grab and Eat, we already know from the Dragon. Grab and Suffocate is a variant of Grab and Eat. We have Projectile Immunity, so no ranged attacks against him. We have Shriek from the Netherworld, we know, we have Tail Swipe, and we have Trampling. Ignores the effects of blunders. He knows all the spells from the Lore of Corruption, and this could be, I will make a little encore. We have a look at the spells of the Lore of Corruption to see what the guy is dealing with, and he knows all the spells. Like we can see, we have, I will give you a cam that would much work better. So let's see. It's too late. I cannot decide. We have Inner Fire. He will suffer. The target will suffer 4 damage against natural armor. We have Great Tumors. So also 1d3 vitality point loss against natural armor and becomes diseased. We have all the spells, all the squares within the spells area of effect are regarded as difficult terrain. Okay, this is not so. We have Wild Vomit. Also 3 squares in straight or diagonal line will suffer 4 damage dice. We have Damage Mind, where you're rolling against intelligence with 5d6, and let's say we have a dumb guy like or a not so smart guy, I'm sorry, politically correctly, like my warrior Kroxor, which has only an intelligence of 2. This will make a lot of damage and he will get stunned. And these are the spells of, these are only 5 spells, and we have, I've lost one, we have the Entrail Blast, which is one of my favorite spells. You will choose a friendly character. He will explode and die as soon as he finishes his movement. He can run ignoring enemies' melee ranges, but cannot perform any other actions. The blast deals 5 damage dice to all the characters in adjacent squares. So you take one of your minions next to you, or maybe your Warhound or whatever allied character, and you will move him in the enemy's lines and let him explode. This is one of my this is absolutely great. I love this spell, the Entrail Blast. And this guy, I'm showing once again to you, this guy knows them all. So this is a very interesting character, the Primal God, with 80 value points and a lot of spells and stuff and whatever. And if I'm going to show you the picture from the in the bestiary, then this is no surprise why this is this image isn't. You can maybe you can you will know it, who he is. This is truly the great Lord Cthulhu as a champion enemy boss in Dungeon Universalis. We have everything. Cthulhu is everywhere. Cthulhu has to be everywhere. And I think this is absolutely great to have him as a predefined character. Thanks, Oscar, for this. I just found him today when I was browsing in the bestiary. Thank you so much for this game. And now I'm going to leave you. And I hope you had some fun. It was very long, much longer than I had expected. Leave me a thumb up or down. Leave me a comment if it was too long, too exhausting, too much explanation, too less explanation, too many unfunny jokes, too bad speech. Whatever. Leave me leave me a comment what you want to see, what you want, what I shall play. I have now I know I will have to play a huge creature again. Thanks for being my audience this evening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like, and have a merry Christmas, and stay healthy these days. Have a happy new year if you want to see before, and thank you for watching. And now I'm leaving you. There's nothing left to ask. Okay, so I'm out. I'm taking this head off now. It's beginning to itch. And see you soon. Bye bye.